Password?
Miss Martin skates?
I'm sick of stats. It's ruining my life.
Stats, they said. It'd be fun, they said.
I swear, the statues are trying to kill us. Gave us a project in 2 weeks, on top of another project, and we still have grad night?
It's a bunch of BS.
I know you're saying that jokingly, but what if the teachers really are trying to kill us?
Don't be ridiculous. This is Van Nuys High School. Nothing crazy ever happens here. Except when they brought back chocolate milk.
That was pretty crazy.
Wait, guys, think about it. People have been slowly disappearing from this class without explanation. Emma, Ava, Harper, Juanita, Noah. Everyone is gone.
I guess a lot of kids switched out of stats, but I still could.
Let's figure it out. We have time. It's not like we have lives or anything. I can always skip work or skip visiting my dying relatives. They'll understand from heaven. Stats always takes priority.
Maybe we should start investigating.
So I'm outside of Miss Martin's class, and I'm trying to find evidence that she's behind all of this. If I don't make it out alive, you know why. Let's go figure it out.
I know.
Looks really suspicious what she's doing. I think she's after me. I have to go.
So we should put our stats knowledge to use and do a significance test. We'll be using a significance level of 0.05. We know from previous years that the rate of students switching out from AP Stats is 10%. So we'll make our null hypothesis be that the true proportion of stats students who disappear from class, both murdered or switched out, is equal to 0.1. If no students were murdered, the rate of students disappearing from stats class should still be 0.1, the regular rate of students switching out of class. Our alternative hypothesis is that the true proportion is greater than 0.1, since that would mean there are more students disappearing from class from both switching out and from being murdered.
We know that we can use a one-prop z-test since all our conditions are met. We took a random sample of 50 students from all of the AP Stats classes, and that number is less than 10% of all the AP Stats students, because 501 people took stats at our school this year. We found that the sample proportion of students who disappeared from her class this year is 0.2.
N times P is 10, and N times 1 minus P is 40, so they're both greater than 5.
You fool. That's wrong. It's 10, not 5. You'd have just lost points. Let me just enter this into my calculator, and... Oh my god.
What is it? What's the p-value?
0.009.
Great, now we know the truth. So now we can reject a null, and we have convincing evidence that teachers are trying to kill us.
Wait. Something doesn't feel right about our conclusion. What if we made a type 1 error, or what if the teachers aren't killing the students, but they're all disappearing for another reason?
What do you mean?
We rejected the null hypothesis since the p-value was low, and concluded that we had evidence that the stats teachers were trying to kill us. But what if the null hypothesis is true? What if it's by chance that we got a proportion as extreme as the one we obtained in our sample? Plus, even if our alternative was true, we don't have any actual evidence that the teachers murdered these students.
But the teachers are the only thing all of disappearing students have in common.
No, think about it. Emma got a perfect score on the Chapter 8 test, and she disappeared first. And then Noah and Ava got perfect scores on the Chapter 9 test, and they disappeared right after that. The curves have been getting lower and lower ever since. We have to tell somebody. Guys, what are you doing?
Could have just accepted the null hypothesis and pretended that nothing was going on. I mean, you were smart enough to set the curve on the last test.
Well, that's because I know you can't accept the null hypothesis.
We're second semester seniors.
Some of us need that A. We can't afford to get rescinded.
Looks like finals week will be your final week.
Look, you don't have to do this. I can tutor you guys.
Who's the fool now?